YCH Goat everyone, Happy New Year again, and in today's video I want to share with you my personal tips on how you can navigate these tumultuous times so that you can have a successful 2021. Although we should be practicing these tips on a daily basis, New Year's does give us an excuse to wipe our slate clean and to totally start over. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first tip I'd like to discuss, which is probably the most difficult but will get you throughout the entire year, is to have hope. I mention this because after speaking to a few friends through these trying times are having difficulty seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, hope is such an important thing, and it begins with you believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then I believe in you as a human being to be able to learn and improve so that you can become better than what you are today. If you're watching this video, then you already have access to one of the most powerful tools that man has created, which is the internet. So use that to gather information and gain the necessary skills for you to succeed in 2021. Most importantly, and do remember that a little hope can make a big difference. The second thing you need to do at the beginning of 2021 is to create long and short-term goals. While long-term goals will help you achieve your overall plan, what will keep you focused throughout the entire year is by completing your short-term goals. One of the things that I like to use to help me stay focused on my short-term goals so that I can achieve my long-term goals is to use a software called Evernote. As a disclaimer, Evernote did not support this video in any way whatsoever, and I only share this with you because I have been using Evernote for the past 4 years and it has been an instrumental tool in helping me organize my life. So, let me show it to you. So here we are on the Evernote platform, and if you're familiar with Microsoft Word, then this should be a walk in the park for you. The first thing you want to do is go to the left tab on Notebooks and create a new notebook. I already have, and I named it 2021 Goals. Within that notebook, you're going to want to create notes. And here I have two notes. The first one titled as long-term goals, and I have listed 3 popular examples as my long-term goals for 2021. What you're going to want to do next is to duplicate that note by right-clicking on the long-term goals note and again clicking on duplicate. All functions on Evernote are pretty intuitive and user-friendly. Once you have created the second note, rename that note, and I have named it as short-term goals daily tasks, and today is Tuesday. What you're going to want to do as the days change, of course you're going to change this to Wednesday and Thursday, or whatever day it may be, and think to yourself of short-term goals that you can manage on a daily basis and complete so that you can help get yourself towards the long-term goal. So for example, we have again 80% average in math, and for today, because yesterday was Monday, I'll do Monday's homework, and today I have to go to tutoring class. Or if I want to lose 5 pounds, Tuesday I'll go do my back at the gym and do 15 minutes of cardio. I think you guys get the point. One of the weird things that people really enjoy about Evernote when I introduce it to them is once they completed a task, they really find it gratifying clicking off these boxes. And that's a good thing because you want to stay motivated and be consistent every day so that you can be productive and move yourself towards your achievements. If you don't like clicking off the boxes, you can also cross them off, cross the first one and cross the second one, and then finally click the box. I hope you found this helpful, and I really suggest that you go and try out Evernote. There's so much more that you can do with this program. There is a free version and a paid version, and if you don't have a laptop, you can always use it on your mobile devices or your tablet. Tip number 3 is to reduce your usage of social media. The term social media is a bit of an oxymoron since it makes us think that we're becoming more social when in turn we're actually losing our social skills because we're interacting more with our devices than real live people. What then happens is when you go to meet people in real life, you may have trouble starting or carrying on a conversation with them. Studies have shown that social media does cause depression in some people since we're always scrolling through other people's edited lives, giving us the false impression that they have it so much better than we do, when in actuality, you're only seeing a snippet of what they're going through and not the entire picture. Think about the amount of time you also spend on social media scrolling through unproductive, useless, and at times toxic material, when you could take that time to develop a new skill so that you can take to the outside world to benefit yourself, whether it be monetarily or personally. The last thing I want to say about social media is that it's one of the main causes of internet addiction, which is an epidemic going on right now that we don't realize because we can't see the immediate consequences that it has on our minds and society as a whole. So I do implore you, and I implore myself, who is guilty of this as well, reduce your social media usage in 2021. My next tip is related to the previous one, and that is don't get so overworked by the news. In today's day and age, we're bombarded with so much information that we can't even discern what is true or what is false. Now, I'm not telling you not to watch the news, but what I am saying is don't go down the rabbit hole so far with such information where you begin to make life decisions purely based on what you see on TV. I see so many online fights these days, and all it does is drive up negativity and create unwanted stress levels. And what they are essentially fighting over are A, something out of their control, or B, that don't impact them on a daily basis. So whatever news you do consume, look at it with a critical mind. Assess whether it impacts you on a daily basis and take the necessary actions if needed. Think for yourself, don't get too emotional, and most importantly, continue to do what you need to do to make a better life for yourself despite what is going on globally. I know this is easier said than done given everything that the world is going through at the moment, but one of the things that you need to do this year is to try to remain positive. Please don't take this as me trying to downplay your situation, as that is not my intention. But what I am saying is that you can turn a negative event into a positive one. The first thing you need to do is to grieve over whatever has happened to you, as that is important to get your emotions out. Second, analyze the situation. And third, take the necessary step so that you can A, have a solution if the problem arises again, B, lessen its impact, or C, avoid the situation completely. What you don't want to do is to remain in that grievance state of mind where you begin to spiral out of control. Yes, we all complain that we don't have everything we want or need in life, but to deter this thought pattern, what you can do, and I know it's hard, to try to be thankful of all the small things you do have in life. The small things that get you throughout your entire day, such as having the ability to wake up and get out of bed, or just having hot running water. When I reflect on these small things, it gives me a bird's eye view of my life, and I realize that my life is pretty good, and whatever negative situation that I'm going through wasn't as bad as I initially thought. By having these thoughts in your mind, you're already beginning to think positively, so I hope you give it a try, develop it further, and it makes your life easier. Tip number 6 is to gain a new skill, and more specifically, a skill geared towards technology. With more and more things becoming automated and technology integrating into our everyday lives, there's no more important time than now to gain a tech-based skill. As I said in the previous video, I still have friends who don't use email nor have an instant messaging app. And with communication moving towards these areas and moving away from the traditional phone calls, not having a basic understanding or knowing how to navigate yourself around these simple softwares can severely impact your ability to network and give you a competitive advantage in today's demanding workplace. Also, many companies these days are hiring based on your knowledge and your expertise in these skills, and in some cases may not require any formal education. So you can learn all these things online or through taking a short course. You may want to consider things such as Photoshop, web design, online marketing, IT repair, or even YouTube. Time is flying, technology is upgrading, and you need to change with it. So, get with the tech. And my final tip is to review the information that I shared or information similar to it through this video or some other platform that you use. Even if you haven't started your plan, by looking at your goals daily, it'll be a constant reminder for you to take action so that you can achieve all that you want for 2021. That's it for today, guys. I hope you got something valuable out of this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe, as it helps me build my channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.